Come on, answer the phone! Fuck you. Hey guys, Robin here, and welcome to a Wednesday review. Now, today I'm covering one of my favorite sci-fi comedies. That movie is Eight-Legged Freaks, starring David Arquette. Scott Terra, Corey Wower, Scott Terra, Dougie Doug, and Scarlett Johansson. Now, Eight-Legged Freaks is about a town that is being attacked by giant spiders that have grown to mammoth proportions due to ingesting toxic waste that was accidentally given to them by their owner Joshua, who owns a spider farm. and David Arquette plays someone who is coming back to town after he left 10 years ago due to some bad blood. But giant comedy spiders get involved and now he has to save the town. Now, this is a spoof of sci-fi B-movies such as Them and Tarantula, and it's a very, very funny spoof scene. There's a scene where a spider drags a cat into a vent, and while they're fighting behind the drywall, the spider and the cat get mashed against the drywall, which breaks out and it's got the shape of the spider and the cat. And there's also a bit where some spiders cause a truck to crash and blow up, and one of the spiders scurries out of the burning wreck on fire before falling down and dying with a bleh sound. And there's also a part where a spider attempts to jump into a diner and attack people, but it just smacks against the glass, like like that. Yeah. So the spiders, while they are killing people, they're pretty funny. Now this movie is now all the spiders are rendered in CG, which looks quite dated compared to what we have now. But that actually works for the movie. The effects being the spiders obviously being fake kind of helps the movie, because if you look at some of the giant monster movies of the 50s, you can tell that something's fake. Whereas like back then they probably couldn't. And and David Arquette is really funny. There's a scene where he is telling a dispatcher that spiders are going on, and he's practically screaming into the phone like, "They're here! Do you hear me? They're here! They're here!" And he actually is screaming like that. Yeah, and he is just hamming it up to the max. 1 second. Back, and he is just hamming it up. And there's also a kid in the movie that happens to be a huge expert of spiders, which happens to be like a huge expert with spiders. and some of the spiders that this Joshua guy had, I mean, he has the standard tarantulas and black widow and orb weavers, but he also has a few spiders from around the world. One of them is a trapdoor spider, which kind of waits under a nook for someone to come by, and the spider jumps and gets them. And this movie does have a lot of guns, including a gun that's called the Kennedy rifle, even though the gun is not a Mannlicher Carcano, it's some kind of a Mossberg rifle or shotgun or something like that. And Doug E. Doug plays a conspiracy theorist who is warning people about aliens and such. And 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 there is and there, and there actually is and there actually is a pretty cool chase scene where a guy on a dirt bike is fleeing from a bunch of spiders that jump, which is pretty cool, which is awesome. And a lot of the dialogue, like a lot of the comedy in here, is really, really well written. Now, this movie, I believe, one second, eight-legged freaks. Okay, I'm just looking up the budget here. This movie, apparently was a box office bomb, even though it made money overseas. So I guess that just makes it a domestic bomb. I don't know. And yeah, so let me see. So while Wikipedia is taking unnecessarily long to load, the acting, the acting, the acting, while it is hammy and over the top, it's meant to be that way. And David Arquette's character acts very similar to his Dewey character from the Scream movies. Okay, so this movie had a budget of $30 million, and it made back $45 million. Now there there were talks of a sequel to this in 2003, but no one mentions there was a sequel going to be there was forklift stuff going to be there was going to be a sequel to this movie made. Talks were floating around in 2003, but nothing came of it. And and yeah, that's pretty much it. And what else did it cover? Hmm. Um. Well, oh yeah, this movie was also, like as this says, it was made by the same people. It was made by the same people that made Independence Day and Godzilla '98 and 2012. Well, later, Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich, which is pretty, yeah. And yeah, I highly recommend this movie. It's just under 100 minutes. It is actually 99 minutes. So yeah, watch Eight-Legged Freaks. This movie, I love this movie. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all soon in the near future. Peace.